is Edwin the Magic Engineer, and we're back to do another deck tech, and this time I'm looking at Tavis King's deck.
Hello, Tavis.
Yep.
And so Tavis, did you brewed this entirely on your own?
Yeah, that's the way I do things.
What do you call it?
I don't really have a name for it. I liked the interaction of these 3 cards, and I wanted to monopolize on that, kind of just use as much as I could.
Can you show us again, Tavis, which 3?
Sure, it's these 3 right here.
Okay.
Top left there. So Winter Orb, Howling Mine, and Relic Barrier.
You know, there's so many artifacts in here. It almost reminds me of like looking at a bowl of Wheaties. Maybe we should call this Wheaties. Okay, so I've been looking at this deck. The last time I did a deck tech, I just kind of jumped right into it. On this one, I tried to sit down and think about it for a second because I wanted to understand what his strategy was. And it looks like the whole strategy is basically lock down mana, control the board.
There's a lot of mana denial.
Yeah, get them off their mana with Blood Moons, with the Icy Manipulators, with the Winter Orbs, kill their creatures with Tabernacles, Abyss, and you've also got removal in the form of Chaos Orb, Fireballs. You've got acceleration in some Moxen, and more importantly, the Mishra's Workshops and Soul Ring. And the main kill is likely Black Vice, but could be a Fireball or Mishra's Factory if things work out that way.
Yep.
So I see the strategy, and I right off the bat, I'm generally liking just about everything except for the mana vaults. These are the big things that I question, because just so you guys know, Tavis just borrowed some of my Mishra's Workshops. He didn't have them when he first built this deck, and I assume if he had them on his earlier testing, it probably would have changed his list, and I think he probably would have himself pulled the mana vaults for something else.
I've been having problems with them because I didn't have enough mana, especially against 4 strip mines.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of people that play sinkholes too.
Yep.
So untapping them was a real problem. It sped stuff out, like
Yep.
that was great.
Yep.
Untapping them, that hurt.
Exactly. And so now that you've got those, I think the easy pull is these. But the bigger question is, what do you put in?
I've got a lot more mana now, a lot more lands. Than I had
Actually, let's
before,
count that.
So.
That's 7 plus, that's 11, and then 15, and then 19, 23, 24, 25, 26. Not even counting these, is 26. That's a pretty good ratio of mana. So you might be able to pull these and then lean deeper into some of your other strategies.
Okay.
You've got so many good things. I think what you need is maybe your removal. You have some. You got the Abyss and you got the Tabernacle.
I got a tutor.
And you got the Tutor. What about Triskelion?
I'd bring one with me, but
I've
seems
got some.
okay.
I've got some. You could borrow some.
Yeah.
But the thing with Triskelion is, with Moxen, Mishra's Workshops, you can get a Triskelion out pretty fast. And it's impervious to your Abyss. It would couple with the Fireballs as removal, right?
Yep.
And one thing that's what's hard for the Abyss is, like, let's say your opponent plays a Llanowar Elf, maybe a Birds of Paradise into Urnam Jin, right?
Sure.
Well, they're going to beat you with that Urnam Jin for two
2
turns while your Abysses slowly chew away the wussy creatures,
Yep.
right? But if you got a Triskelion you could put out, plink plink, Urnam's gone, right?
Yeah.
And you never have to deal with it. So you've got the mana base. It would give you another creature that you could actually swing with, and it would strengthen your removal, and it would play into your too much Wheaties to deal with all the disenchants for the opponents.
Okay.
So my first thought would be Triskelions. Maybe 3 Triskelions and 1 more Blood Moon.
Okay.
Might be a decent strategy, right? So then you could be, because you don't have a ton of draw. I mean, you got the Howling Mines,
Right. And Wheel of Fortune.
and Wheel of Fortune, but they might be blowing those up. A lot of players will hit those because as soon as you play Howling Mine, they're going to assume that's your strategy, so they'll blow those up,
Yep.
right? And then they'll just try to play underneath the Black Vices and stuff like that. So, so maybe 3 Triskelions and 3 Blood Moons is a good strategy because then you're going to draw them more often in the actual games. And that those 3 Triskelions are going to shore up your removal and give you another possible win condition also. And
Okay.
short of that, I'd say it's tough to... Oh, no, actually. No, I was going to say for a second ATOG,
Yeah.
but then I remember you got the Abyss.
Got a lot of artifacts.
There's so many artifacts. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, you could throw a huge ATOG at people. But yeah, that plays against your Abyss strategy.
Yep.
quite a bit.
What do you think about the black-red balance for mana?
It
Is
looks
that an issue? Should I get rid of it like a City of Brass
okay.
and add a swamp?
That's a good
Because
question.
I got Blood Moon here.
For black sources, you've got the Jet. You don't have a Lotus.
No, I don't know Lotus.
Oh, but you do have the 2 swamps. And
Yeah.
I see why you did that, because as soon as you Blood Moon, you don't want to put
Right.
mountains in. You just want the swamps.
Yep.
So that makes sense.
But
So that gives you
these 8
one.
make black,
Yes.
and then the Jet and those
But
2.
I'm thinking underneath Blood Moon.
right.
How are you going to get it? Well, so
That's more
remember we
difficult.
talked about Felwar Stones earlier.
Yeah.
That could help
That's a
you
good
actually
choice.
get black as well.
Well, not under the Blood Moon.
Unless your opponent has black, which a lot of people will.
Yeah.
I'm expecting a lot of mono black decks. Okay, so but then
I could have a swamp just to see.
but we
so
were
I
just
have a
talking
Felwar
about
Stone.
trading these for Blood Moons and Triskelions. So what comes out for the Felwar Stones? This is part of your lockdown strategy.
Yeah.
That's part of your lockdown strategy. Have you ever had a point where you have so many relic barriers that you find yourself not needing more?
No, they take care of factories and also artifact mana on top
Mm-hmm.
of working with the combos. So, Relic Barrier, great.
Okay, how about this? I've had a lot of games where Black Vice is my main strategy. I play 2 to 3 Black Vices on the guy turn 1, and he takes a ton of damage.
Yep.
But then he empties his hand. And my
And then
hand's
they sit
empty
there.
because 3 of my cards were Black Vice.
Yep.
And so I've got nothing else. He gets underneath the Black Vice and then wins the game.
Right.
I've had that happen so many times. In fact, so much so that when I draw 3 or 4 Black Vices on, or 3 or 4, 2 or
That's-
3
that's
Black
a lot.
Vices, sorry, 2 or 3 Black Vices on turn 1, sometimes I'll strongly consider mulliganing it away because I've
Wow.
lost so many games like that. Point being, maybe you could cut a Black Vice
Yeah, that's reasonable.
for a Felwar Stone. So there could be one there. Where could another one come in? I don't know. I gotta think about that. Could maybe a city?
Yeah, that's fine. I was thinking about cutting a city for a swamp.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, we could just try that. Maybe just
Yeah.
try playtesting it. So cut a Vice in a city, 2 Felwar Stones, 1 more Blood Moon and 3 Triskelions, and then just playtest it and see how it
Yeah.
goes. How's that sound?
sounds alright.
By the way, did you guys see how nice his cards are here? He's got these Arabian Nights Cities of Brass.
Those beauties.
Dude, I'm really jealous about those. I'm really jealous. And also, there was more that I saw. Like, he's that Beta Mox Pearl. That's the one Mox I don't have in Beta. I love his Beta Mox Pearl. But Tavis is not a I'm going to sell it kind of guy.
Nope.
He's like Rudy. Cards go one
Yeah.
way.
One leg.
Yeah. So anyways, yeah, that's it. So that's the deck tech. I guess maybe we'll make some changes and
Yeah,
try it out.
try it out, see what
What do you think of it? Okay.
Yeah.
Bye, everybody.
Right.